Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. I bid you a warm welcome today. Today promises to be a very interesting Thursday. As on the Boom Bar, we're going to be talking about quite a number of things, quite a number of gist here and there, a bit of updates. But we're going to be talking a lot of sports. The sanctions that everybody has been waiting on for bated breath, I think that is officially here, and we're going to be breaking it down. We'll see how much of that is fair, maybe unfair, or and that. And of course, the Champions League Matchday 8. I think that let me leave all the gist till we start the show proper. My name is Dolupo, and if you're joining us for the very, very first time, welcome. This is the Boom Bar, where we give you everything sports, politics, entertainment, and everything else in between. And anything else in between can literally be anything else in between. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we take you on a 1-hour drive on the beautiful, most interesting way of delivering news all around the world. So have a beautiful day and let go. With me in the studio is Sola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a terrific Thursday, and we're holding it down right here at the bar.
I'm not even doing this with you. I'm not. That's much I know. I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about quite a number of things. We're starting with sports. In the past, would I say, I won't even call it, there's not even up 24 hours, Seth. There's so many things that have happened. And I think before we even get to the Champions League, let's come down to CAF, the one that really affects us. And it's the interesting one of the sanctions everybody had been waiting for and holding on and seeing what CAF is going to say about the AFCON finals. We know that it was a lot of chaos. It was very chaotic and involved. In fact, I would say that the matches, semi-final and finals that involved Morocco were quite chaotic. That's
the recurring decimal there is Morocco.
It's Morocco, yeah.
We're just saying for the record.
Anyway, there are quite a number of things that we're going to be talking about. So CAF, I think this was, if I'm correct, very early this morning, I've now announced the sanctions that have been given to both Senegal and Morocco for the ruckus that happened at the AFCON final. Yesterday we had reported that FIFA had said that they were not sanctioning anybody because it was a CAF event, and he stayed, and it was whatever sanctions were going to stay with CAF. So yeah, CAF has now decided to release that statement. And now for before we explain it, let me maybe reel out those sanctions. Now, the Senegalese coach has been banned for 5 CAF matches, and I'm guessing this is basically because he had called out his team to leave the pitch, saying that he was guilty of unsporting conduct and bringing the game to disrepute. That they did that. Senegalese forwards Ndiaye and Sarr has also received 2 match bans for unsporting behavior towards the referee. The Senegal Football Federation have been fined $615,000 for various offenses during the final. Now, they're saying that this is included unsporting conduct of the fish players, technical staff in violation of CAF disciplinary code. And for unsporting behavior, Moroccan forward Saibari has now been handed a 3-match ban and $100,000, while the captain and defender Achraf Hakimi has been suspended for 2 matches. The Royal Moroccan Football Federation was also fined $200,000 for inappropriate behavior of stadium ball boys. An additional $100,000 was imposed for improper conduct of players and technical staff who invaded the VAR review area. Okay, I didn't even see that. And obstructed the work of the Congolese referee. There's also a $15,000 fine for Moroccan supporters using lasers to try and distract Senegalese players. And so their own fine is about $315,000.
CAF has wielded the big stick, more or less, and it's a whole lot. What the Hakimi sanction is one match, like now, then one suspended, which might not happen until next year, maybe sometime next year. And the other aspect of it is the coach, Thiaw, that got sanctioned 5 games, 5 CAF matches now. Now, most CAF matches are FIFA matches, but not all FIFA matches are CAF matches. Why I'm saying that is that so the AFCON qualifiers will start very soon anyway. So maybe
again.
Oh yeah, there's going to be another
Okay,
AFCON.
there's AFCON next year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be the last AFCON that people will be playing in 2 years. Because
I know that a lot. I know, and I'm not against it, but there's a lot of AFCON actually.
Yeah.
It's a lot of AFCON.
Yeah, so the idea behind this particular one was so that they could now switch it. You know, that's why they started playing it back to back like that and everything. So the whole idea now is that there's going to be another AFCON qualifier starting shortly. And Senegal might not play the early games because of the format, the new format and everything. It will be most of these countries that actually they make it there. But whatever it is, those are the games that they would have him not see. But meanwhile, technology has a way of making these things easy. The only thing he won't do is sit on the bench. You understand? And
yeah, I get your point.
There was this coach. Was it? It was Bolton's coach then that used to do it, where without being sent off the bench, he would leave and go into the stands.
Sola, before you chase me, I will go chase myself.
No, actually, what I thought he was doing then was that. Have you tried to watch the ball from that height in the stadium?
Yeah, you see
there's
a lot.
Another perspective to it and everything. I felt maybe
okay.
It'll be like, you know what? So he's also in communication with. He would have a phone, you know, and the hands free, and he's like, okay, you know what? Do this and do that. So I think he can do the same thing. There was a time when Mourinho was
he won't
banned.
be in this, but he does not. He cannot be in the stadium at all.
That's what I'm saying. Technology. He's watching at home. He's watching.
He could even watching in the.
We don't know if he's in the FA office, if they're at home. Do you understand?
Oh, is it that he can't even be in the stadium at all?
I don't know if it's a stadium ban. It's a match ban and all of that. So if you can't make it to the stadium, you can watch from the office. You can watch from the house or whatever. Remember the story of Mourinho being banned and him having himself smuggled into the dressing room by a laundry person and all of that. You know, some of those Mourinho stories that you hear and you'll be like, is this for real?
And there's another Mourinho story today.
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's.
And funny thing is, we were talking about him yesterday. We didn't know it was going to be.
Oh, it was going to show himself.
Be the star of the show. We said it was going to be a blockbuster anyway. And so the sanctions have come. The other aspect of the sanctions that I want to quickly talk about is how the fines, the fines that they are talking about is in dollars, and remember that these guys got paid in dollars also for coming first and second. So if they have not been paid, all CAF needs to do is deduct that source.
Deduct that source.
So, okay, so I'm supposed to give you maybe $2 million now, less your fines, 600,000, 650,000.
I think they're supposed to get $10 million or something.
So
meaning,
so less the fines.
Deduct it and
deduct ourselves, and everybody is happy at the end of the day. But what they should be more concerned about is the reasons that led to those reactions. Let it not be that at another time, another team will also feel the need to stage a walk-off during a prestigious match.
I agree with you, and I don't want to be sound like this, but I'm sorry, and I might be wrong. I think I'm actually wrong, but it's just my mind working in the way it works. But why do I feel that Morocco's sanctions came after there was so much hue and cry? And if Morocco did not do some of the things that they did, and it was only Senegal that was getting sanctioned, the sanctions were going to be more than that.
So normally in football, they would review and move appropriately. So I don't want to subscribe to the fact that they were not going to clamp down on Morocco. You know, it's Morocco that was trying to control the narrative.
So, but why? And are we also going to talk about the refereeing?
Yeah. Did you hear them say anything about the refereeing?
Yeah, nobody is talking about it. And it's not even just the finals.
That's why I said that let it not be that another country will feel the need, because they basically didn't address it.
They didn't address it at all.
They won't. You know what they are telling you? That there was nothing wrong with the officiating.
Because
that's what they are telling you.
It wasn't even just a final thing. There was anyway. That's what they said. They said what they said, and we know what we know. But it's AFCON is our own thing, so we hope that it gets better as time goes on. Hopefully, and this maybe gives some people a bit of introspection. Anyway,
fingers, hands, and legs
crossed. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from that quickly, and let's go on to the Champions League Matchday 8. If they were going to ask you, or I'm asking you now, one word to determine what the drama that happened yesterday, what would you call it?
Unpredictable is the word. Like nobody. I'm waiting for someone that will come out and say the way everything played out yesterday is the way they saw it.
If I would use one word, I would say mad. Like mind blowing. And you know that a lot of people, maybe if you didn't follow maybe most of the matches, you might not have realized how chaotic it was, or even the live table, because you know you can actually go check and see how these things are moving live table. And I saw a post which I think I want to reel out a little bit of facts on it. Now, so this post basically put out a picture of what happened between the 10th minute and the 90th minute, and how some teams actually got rearranged in the space of 90 plus minutes. The only two teams that their places were sealed as the first and the second from beginning to the end was Arsenal and Bayern. Even though if you will call those their games, you say maybe they already entered top two. They did. I think both of them, I won't call it disappointing, but I thought we were going to have like crazy pumping from both of them. I think the game ended 2-1 with Bayern Munich. Arsenal's game ended 3-2. I watched both games side by side. There was a lot of rotation, so they didn't need it. Let's call it. So let's just move on. There's no point dragging those two. Now, from number 3, we know that, and we had talked about it yesterday. From number 3, downwards, even all the way to
13,
24, everybody was not sure of their position. In fact, it was looking great for PSG that they were third. They started the game as third on that table. By the time it got to the 30th minute, Real Madrid was third. Not bad, yeah, not bad, because at that when they started they were fourth.
Yeah.
So it was not bad. By the time the game ended, Liverpool ended as third. That's not a crazy thing to do, yeah. Real Madrid that started at fourth, continued. Then PSG became fourth by the 20th minute. Then PSG was still fourth at the 40th minute. Between the 50th minute and 90th minute, Tottenham decided to snatch that position again. Now, two people bounced. By the time it got to 5th position, Liverpool started at 5th position. We know ended as third. Fantastic. Real Madrid in the 20th minute they were 5th, then PSG, then Real Madrid. Then City jumped to 5th by 50th to 60th minute, only for Barcelona to win their game 4-1. And between the 70th and 90th minute, they jumped to 5th.
And stayed there. And
they were not even in top 8 by the time the game started. In fact, I think they were 13th or something. That's how ridiculous it was. Then 6th, Manchester City started 6th on that table. After so much dancing between Chelsea, them, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they ended as 8th. They They almost did not make top 8. Tottenham started at 7th, ended at 4th position. Chelsea
3 steps up.
Chelsea started at 8th and finished at 6th position.
2 steps up.
Now, the wild ones, PSG, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Both teams were 5th and 6th on that table as at yesterday afternoon, even yesterday evening before the game started.
And they decided to play a draw.
Both of them decided to play a draw and give space for every other person, and both of them got bounced. Literally bounced off top 8. And you would think that was all that was going to happen. PSG was 3rd. They started at 3rd. They ended the night being 11th. What's it called? Newcastle ended at 12th. Now, Real Madrid, that was, I think, 4th, started at 4th, ended at 9th. Speaking about Real Madrid, first things first. Benfica defeated Real Madrid 4-2.
A Mourinho coached.
That was not
Benfica.
The story. A few minutes before that, and I think that let's give credit to a few last minute wildings that happened.
Yeah.
Before that one, which I think was the height of the night, was Kairat Almaty's last minute goal.
Yeah.
In fact, if you watch that game, you could not see Kepa. Kepa did not do anything in that game. He did not do anything.
All the Kepa haters
their first goal was a penalty. After that, you did not see him at all. It was the last minute, so I'm guessing Arsenal players were the game had ended, and there was a fantastic cross. They were celebrating even though they lost because it was a fantastic goal.
Exactly.
Fantastic. The game, they scored and the game ended.
You know, the thing is, if I was the coach, I would ask them, where was this verve all season long? If they had played the way they played.
No, if they had played the second half, the way they played the second half of that game, if they had played like that, I'm not sure they would have lost all their games.
They won't be out. If they had played like that. Look, Arsenal is number 1. No?
Because let's talk about
and they are the bottom.
Yes, we'll talk about, Arsenal brought in a lot of academy boys.
Doesn't
a
matter.
lot of, but still,
doesn't matter.
Still, if that was going to be their win, it probably would have changed things the way people moved last night. It probably would. Now,
but Jose Mourinho masterclass.
The Jose Mourinho masterclass. First things first. How Benfica is defeating a Real Madrid, and that game was about to end 3-2. Before we get to that, please, I wanted to talk about another team. This team is what's it called? Sporting CP was not even in top 12 or something, top 15 or something. And guess what? They ended up at 7th. They ended up at 7th. Sporting CP. Nobody saw that.
Nah.
They were not even the conversation. I don't think anybody saw that. But I think that PSG and Newcastle bouncing themselves off gave space for everybody else. In fact, it probably was the only reason Man City would have dropped if one other person had scored one more goal. It was that ridiculous. Now, Benfica was leading that game 3-2. It was obvious that they had already bounced with that result 3-2. They had already bounced Real Madrid off. But guess what? They were not even going to play playoffs. So they were pretty much out. But it's not a bad idea to beat Real Madrid. It is not.
They were going out with a bang.
They were going out with a bang. However, like you said, when they say Mourinho is the special one, he is indeed the special one. Nobody would have thought, and it was not just a winning goal that pushed them to play playoffs. It was how the goal was won. Who scored the goal? It was
when
it was scored, everything was when they say the stars are aligning in your favor, there's nothing added to that.
It was some kind of Cinderella kind of
It was
night.
a goalkeeper. Nobody saw. No, on a normal day, you don't even see a goalkeeper. The only time you see a goalkeeper, maybe the goalkeeper wants to play a penalty. That's the highest you see. But the fact that Mourinho felt that this guy,
We'll score now, go forward.
This guy should go forward.
Mm-hmm.
He went and scored the goal that not only nailed Real Madrid's coffin, the goal difference pushed them to play playoffs. It was mind-blowing.
Yeah, according to quotes of Mourinho, he said he wasn't sure if 3-2 was enough, so he decided to go for the fourth one. And he had made two substitutions for that specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it was time for that, he told the goalkeeper, you bump forward, there you go, and you go back, go check for him and all. And voila, Madrid got walloped. It was a Mourinho masterclass, man.
It was.
Anytime,
any day. It was such a beautiful scene. Champions League organized should be proud of themselves. It was a beautiful, beautiful night.
I think the rejig that they've done has really helped the Champions League. It's really helped it, made it more interesting now. The old format was nice, it was interesting, but I think this is better. Yeah. This one is more exciting.
So, can we also talk about, before we leave this matter, can we also talk about how, looking at the top 8 position, or even looking at the list of 24 teams that are either going to play playoffs or they've already qualified for the round of 16. First thing, one of the talking points everybody is having is the fact that the Premier League has 5 teams in the top 8. There's just one German team. There's just one La Liga team. And then there's one, what country is that? Portuguese team. And that's it.
Yeah.
And if you look at...
That's all she wrote.
And if you look at the way Premier League teams have played in the Champions League, even teams that are struggling in the Premier League. In fact, let's be honest, at this point, if you look at the table in the Premier League, virtually everybody is struggling.
True.
And
I concur.
And these teams
on the continent
are flogging everybody left, right, and center.
Look at Liverpool now.
Liverpool is even Tottenham. Tottenham is not doing anything in the Premier League. Tottenham won 5 of their games. They drew 2 and lost 1. Chelsea drew 1 5, 1 lost 2 and drew 1. Man City, same thing with Chelsea. Liverpool won 6 and lost 2. Arsenal won 8 of their 8 games. This is the first time this is happening. 5 of 6 teams in the Premier League.
That's
in
massive,
fact,
actually.
The only team that did not make top 8 in the Premier League here is Newcastle, that ended up at 12th. That are going to play playoffs. Yeah. And also, for Newcastle to actually play a draw with the defending champions, it's not a small fry. Yes, it didn't help them on the long run, but it also didn't help PSG as well. It means that PSG could not crack down Newcastle.
They couldn't.
Newcastle is not also doing great in the Premier League.
True that.
So now let's look at it. Is it that the level of football in the Premier League is that high that everybody is really playing good football, and so by the time they get to the Champions League, your level is not that great, so everybody can beat everybody?
But I think it has said itself. There's no hard sell here. There's no need to try and figure it out. If they had 6 and 5 qualify automatically,
yeah,
and the 6th one can still qualify.
Oh yeah,
it's glaring. It's glaring.
It is, because if you look at the matchups, Chelsea defeated Barcelona. Yeah, these were games that nobody thought anybody was going to just start. Oh, how can Chelsea defeat Barcelona? Look at the game where the Arsenal Bayern game, everybody had to like, nah, it's not possible. That's the only loss Bayern had.
In fact,
Atletico Madrid.
That game would have even been more of a draw if you look at paper and say, the best team in England versus the best team in Germany. But man, Arsenal went all out and said, nah, I know your mate.
Yeah, look at likes of Atletico Madrid. Villarreal, I think, is 3rd or 4th in the La Liga. They are the bottom of the table in the Champions League.
And there will be no drop down to Europa for them in year. Because a lot of these teams, that's what they used to do.
That's what they used to do before, bro. So it's the level of game is just, but really, anything. I know that, yes, maybe Champions League, by the time we get to the knockout stages, might be interesting and all that. But yesterday's game, I don't think anything tops it for me at the moment. And nothing tops it past Mourinho. Mourinho is the best of it all. It's the he does it and he does it well. He does it well. Give people their flowers. When people can, they do what they know how to do well.
Mourinho.
It's beautiful. Definitely beautiful. Quickly, let's talk about FIFA has come to say that men's football transfer fees have hit a record $13 billion.
And they say there's no money. Who told you that? Mm-hmm. And this is with all the financial fair play in place.
Yes. Oh, imagine if they. Oh yeah.
We should always note that.
If teams had the free will to just go all out, yeah.
So I think there's been some kind of reset in the market. I think it happened about last year or thereabout. Reason why I'm saying that is they started buying players again for £15 million, £20 million, 10 million. If you look, there are players like that now.
Oh yeah, and they're good players.
Look at Gay and all of those ones. I'm not talking about Semenyo. So those ones now are now the exception. Before, everybody was 50, 60, 70 million pounds.
80 million.
So there's been some kind of reset. So regardless, football is big business.
Oh, football is big business. It is big business. Anyway, from here, our thoughts, our prayers are with Samuel Chukwueze, who's said to have lost his mom.
It's really sad. A few days ago, it was Wilfred indeed his dad.
Yeah.
And what even made it more, painful, it's always painful when you lose a loved one, is that...
It's the abruptness.
During AFCON, he had scored a goal, and he celebrated the way Kanu Nwako celebrated, I think, at the Olympics or something. And he said something about his dad liking that and watching that with his father and all of that. And that was where his father's name popped up just a few days ago.
Yeah.
And a few days after,
in an accident,
he died. Yes. And again, while even the president of Nigeria, everybody has sent their condolences to him. Sadly, Chukwueze now also lost his mom.
Yeah, it was said that she had a brief illness. Our thoughts and our prayers are with the Super Eagles players at this point.
It's one death that we are all going to play. One busy, depth, busy.
Anyway, also, before we leave the matter of football, China, the way China used to sanction people, there's no in between. At times you hear, you are sanctioned for a few months, or you are banned for a few, blah, blah, blah. No, China they go from 0 to 100. As they have now slammed lifetime bans on 73 people in a match-fixing scandal.
China, many years ago had a bad rap and a bad rep. People used to, refer to them as, they sell fake stuff, and there was a lot of corruption. And they decided to go all out by bringing steep measures. People were actually, offed for doing illegal things in China. There are some crimes that you commit and you will be offed. So, I'm not surprised that in sports or in football, they are banning people for 60 billion years. Like, you are banned. In fact, they will ban generation after generation. Is that your father? You are also banned. You were not even alive when the deed was done. And I think what that does is helps clean up the whole space. It actually does, because for that many people to even
You'll be afraid
to be involved.
Afraid. Yeah.
How far reaching is it? How many people are also involved that you've not heard about? And it just brings the game to disrepute. Like, after all, it's all about match fixing and blah blah blah. So I think I understand where the Chinese are coming from with that steep punishment.
They ain't no way, they're not wasting anybody's time. Now let's move on. Let's come back to Nigeria. As I think we'll say this is good news, as today we woke up to the fact that Naira hit a 22-month high against the dollar. It's 1,394 Naira to a dollar.
Yeah. So it's two things, or it's two ways. A lot of people are still stuck in the past where Nigeria was spending money to fix the exchange rate. We were scamming ourselves, thinking that we were scamming the world, and say, "Oh, it's 200 Naira to the dollar, it's 174 to the dollar." Oh, God. At least we've come to the realization that it was wrong. You're subsidizing the dollar, you're subsidizing petrol, subsidizing everything. Now what? But so when it really got bad, there was a time when people were talking about how the Naira was going to fall to 10,000 to the dollar. Some were saying it was going to be 3,000 to the dollar. In fact, I remember some analysts on Twitter always saying, "Keep your dollars, or it's going to go high."
It was a thing.
But what I'm saying now is that the Naira is now truly on the global stage, and it's responding to everything around it. Nigeria has been able to shore up the foreign reserve. Nigeria has ramped up production, and we're earning more. And with what that leads to is more income for the country, which will trickle down eventually. So I must say I'm happy that yesterday was 1-4, and I woke up today is 1-3 something. And I will not stop hoping and praying. A lot of people say that the Naira at some time they say it was overvalued. Now they say it's undervalued or whatever. But in my age, just for easy calculation, Naira, fight, get to 500. Just try.
So for me, you know why I'm kind of. This is a good thing is, as much as is dropping. Remember that if we look at it, if you've been following it for the past couple of weeks, is the what's the word now? Is the stability of it for me. As much as yes, it was on like 1-4 something for a long time, is the stability of it, and then even when it drops, is the gradual. There was one time when this new CBN governor came in, and then it really dropped drastically and all that. The drop was really sharp, and I know economists that were like, "Oh, it's not the real value of it and all that." So this it might seem like snail speed to some people, but I think that we can say now that maybe as it's dropping gradually, then maybe we can say this is the real value of the Naira.
I agree.
Okay, now senators commence consideration
drop more sharp.
of the Electoral Act repeal bill. So what they're saying is that I know that I think according to the story, the House of Representatives are already passed because bills that are already in law, that have been signed into law, have to be repealed before they are now. Repealed means that kind of like cancelled, just and then it's reenacted again, basically. So what they're saying now is that they have to repeal the old one to replace it with the new one. So what they're saying is that they moved into a closed door session, and the conversations around this new bill that they want to have, and they want to be thorough about it before we go into it.
The elections would require proper laws so that we don't go and waste our time and money. And of course, there have been a lot of input from different people. The committee actually went from state to state, from region to region, getting people's feedback and input. And hopefully these are some of the things that have made it into this law. We also have some of our own contributions that we've been making at the bar. And it would be nice to see some of them happen, because they are born of the fact that we want things to get better in Nigeria. And also we're feeding from experience that we've had in recent past, where we've observed certain things and we feel, oh, this is how it should be. For one, I still feel that local government elections should be conducted by INEC. I believe that there should be a law that scraps all the state electoral bodies, because there's never been any election that has been conducted since those things were created that the opposition in that state would win. Is it that they're that bad? Because at the elections conducted by INEC, you find that opposition will get a lot more seats, that will get, votes.
There's a lot more competition there, but when it comes to local government,
it's almost as if it's cast in stone.
Yeah, I
worry,
agree.
the ruling party at the state level will win.
Yeah,
always happens.
Anyway,
except it's Rivers State.
Talking about elections, even that one self Conco.
Anyway, by elections in Rivers, APC won.
Really?
But the APC that won,
we are going to have this.
I said except in Rivers State.
And even the Rivers State.
And you said even that.
Are we really going to have that conversation?
Okay, I'm confused. I give up.
The APC in the Rivers State.
That's what I'm saying now, except in Rivers.
Even that APC in Rivers State is who? Who is in charge of the APC in Rivers?
I don't know. Maybe you want to tell me.
You are looking for trouble. It's not me that
you are the one that is actually saying it. I just said except in Rivers.
All right, except
because
in Rivers.
Rivers is the exception to the rule.
Okay, except he said except in Rivers.
Rivers is the exception to the rule.
Okay.
Rivers is where the people who won, who are in the same party with the governor, because the governor crossed to APC. Those people crossed to APC, the governor crossed to APC. Now the people who won are not they are not with the governor.
Okay.
So that's why I said except in Rivers State.
Anyway,
there's no need for explanation there.
Still talking about elections, there's a very interesting conversation that has been going on. So apparently the Supreme Council of Sharia in Nigeria renewed its call for the removal of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. They're saying that basically what they said was that apparently there was a time where he had written a few things about his and they're talking about his integrity, basically acknowledging claims of persecution constituting genocide of Christians in Nigeria, which he had done a while ago as a professor. And so they're saying that he could be biased and all that. Now,
biased against who?
Muslims.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Christian Association of Nigeria and the in the north basically has now come to say that they rejected the call, saying that they're trying to politicize religion and undermine a critical national institution.
I think the two political bodies have been more political.
Religious bodies. I know you didn't make a mistake.
It was a mistake.
No, you did not. We both know you did not make a mistake. But let me correct you.
Are you in my head?
I know you did. I know you know you did not make a mistake.
Religious
but
parties. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
You made another mistake.
Another mistake.
Okay. I know you did not make a mistake. I know you did not make a mistake.
Are we allowed to talk at this bar? Can people speak honestly?
Speak correctly. Thank you.
So,
correctly.
The two political entities, the two religious entities, the two religious entities.
Gather your thoughts before you
that
talk.
She has quoted.
Gather your thoughts.
They seem to be very political. Do you understand? You guys like that, Abby? The truth is, everybody would have something to say about something. You say, for instance, I remember when everybody went off about the former communications minister who is said to have been involved in some acts of extremism. Mm-hmm. The government didn't do anything about it now. And of course, he came out to defend himself. People said some things and all of that. But guess what? Everybody moved on. And now that it's the time of a Josh Amokpito, it's something that they said he wrote and blah, blah, blah. But what's that going to do with the election? Really and truly, like, if we're not being funny, what has that got to do with organizing an election? A free and fair election. The person who employed him is a Muslim. Is a Muslim. His deputy is also a Muslim. So, when religious bodies get too political, it doesn't sit well with me. That's why the lines are so blurred. You don't even know if they are political or religious entities or bodies.
It's actually just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But I honestly don't think anything's gonna come out of it. Anybody that has been looking at Mr. President's antecedents, it doesn't look like all this talk kind of sways him most of the time. So it doesn't look like. I just wanted to put it that there, since we're talking about elections,
politics,
elections,
and
elections
driven by
don't
religion.
don't do that. Elections,
politics. Elections are part of politics.
Anyway, I saw a story yesterday and I thought that we should talk about it. And this one is about how there have been talks that leaders of a Kwara State chapter of Mietiala, including their president, was said to have been arrested for alleged involvement in kidnapping and sponsorship of armed bandit groups in the state.
For many years,
Kwara has been going through it recently.
For many years, people have always pointed fingers at Mietiala. And for many years, they have defended themselves and come out tops like, no, we're not involved. We just cattle rearers. That's all we do. We don't do guns. We don't do kidnapping. We don't do any of those things. According to Mietiala, they've always defended themselves. But this one confirms whatever bias people had against them, even if then they were not all involved. The fact that officers at this level are now being fingered.
Yeah. Anyway, I really, to me, I don't even care who it is. If you are involved, I hope that you are arrested or you are killed in the process. One of the two. Thank you very much. Anyway, I saw a video though.
Yeah.
Where some explorer from Denmark is supposed to be in the northern part of Nigeria, and it was asked the way he was involved in Dembe. I think that's the northern
Dambe.
kind of.
That's our local boxing from the north.
Yeah. And the man was knocked out cold after like just a few seconds.
You see, Dambe is one-handed boxing. It's very funny because the way they fling the hand goes. So
is it the tied hand now that they use?
They have some kind of glove that they just, it's not a real glove, they just wrap bandages or something around your hand. Then your hand is one hand here, then you're swinging. It's like, if they catch you,
he got knocked out. Maybe you shouldn't try what you don't know.
Now you would respect.
Now you will know. You will know. See?
The Dambe, Langa. There are a lot of traditional sports that Nigeria has, actually.
Anyway, yesterday we're talking about how courts and court issues need to be timed. I know that one of the things is part of, we're talking about it when President Tinubu's bills to the... Yeah,
they're trying to get like 200 judges now.
Yeah, they're trying to get more judges. They're trying to officially implement court cases online. Those are part of things they're trying to do. They're also trying to put proper timing to court cases depending. They're also, I think they said that now they're supposed to be, they want to create some administrative courts or something that there are some special cases that basically
all the things we've been clamoring for here.
So talking about that, maybe in line with that, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory has now fixed 10 fresh hearing dates to conclude the trial of the former central bank governor. So what the trial judge is saying is that he's giving times, and it's now an agreement between the EFCC lawyer, and
that's not a mistake. Don't mind
lawyer.
that. She did that deliberately.
No, that was not. No. I'm not you. You're not me. No, I'm not you. Trust me, I'm not you.
Okay.
No. So they had put hearing dates to February 13th and 10th, April 1 and 2, May 11 and 12th, and 13th and 14th, June 9 and 12. And they said that by June 10th, the court, the case should have been concluded.
I totally don't like this. I like the fact that they are specific about the number of days they want to spend. But why is the case starting in February and ending in June? Honestly.
The judge has other cases.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying.
A wise man once said, keep it up.
This is not, I'm just saying, though. Basically, I'm the only thing is that I hope that they keep to these dates. I really do hope they keep to these dates. So that these things can be done and done quickly. Another case that is very interesting that has been going on now since the beginning of this week is Diezani Alison-Madueke's case in the UK. Now, a lot of witnesses have started popping up left, right, and center. Now, one is that the prosecutors, now one of the things that they're talking about, I know I read one yesterday where they were talking about how she was getting a lot of gifts from a lot of companies that works for Nigeria and wants to do business with Nigeria in her capacity as OPEC president and Nigeria's petroleum president, which she was not allowed to.
It's very unethical.
Talking about private jets and all that. Now they're saying that there was a particular place where she spent about 4 billion naira on shopping. In a particular store.
Just shopping, you know. Just some light shopping, you know.
Shopping.
4 billion.
Yeah, 4 billion naira.
4 billion.
Said, according to they said he spent over 2 million pounds at Harrods.
Just 2 million pounds, baby.
Yeah.
You people are now. It's 2 now. It's not even.
So
200.
according to them, they're saying that she spent that money, and the accessories were purchased with a payment card owned by a Nigerian businessman called Kolawole Aluko. Some purchases were also made with his company debit card.
Chairman.
In fact, the way he's looking, it's like as if it's a day's purchase.
No. You think big... Okay. You think people like this will be spending 2 million pounds over 1 month or when it's daily?
2 million pounds.
Yes, now.
Please,
what's wrong with you?
How much does Dangote have altogether?
Dangote has money.
No, I'm not saying does he have money. I'm not saying does he have money. But will Dangote cough out 2 million pounds for somebody else?
Dangote is a billionaire in dollars now.
Not in pounds, that big.
He's a billionaire in pounds too, he's a billionaire. How much is 2 million? That uncle that they mentioned his name, have you listened to that uncle's escapades? People that can fly Beyonce and her family to yachts for party. Hey, Nigeria, we hail their native land. 2 million 1 day in one store.
Pounds.
And they can't make you the president of that country.
Pounds.
London, that if you bring 50 pounds ODD
so
like this,
is where
people
I
will be looking
also
like
have
you
an
one
issue.
kind.
I also have an issue with some of these countries. Is the fact that how are you spending so much money and nothing is being flagged?
It's finally flagged.
No, like right there and then.
No.
Shouldn't you raise eyebrow?
It takes time for the system to process.
It takes time.
You think all these countries don't know how to look the other way? It's when you offend them that they will bring you, according to somebody in a movie. It's a lot of money. Like in one store in 1 day, and I'm sure that's not all she did.
Please. I don't like it. Let's put in some respect. You know, it gets to a particular time that it gets to a certain amount of money. You don't use it for money. It's a lot of money. He is 2 million pounds.
That's a lot. 2 million pounds converted to Naira
It's about 4
is
billion.
4 billion Naira.
4 billion Naira.
And if you
That's a 4 billion Naira.
4 billion into, say, primary health care system, do you know how many lives you will save? But no, let's go
Do
and
you know
let's
that
go and spend it at
that
Arrows.
4 billion Naira is probably money that a whole local government gets a whole year?
Yeah,
That's probably allocation that a whole local government
some local governments will get that in a
for
year.
a whole year.
And that's local government that has hundreds of thousands of people
And that is what one person spends.
in one store.
One store.
Just one store.
See, and this is where my issue is. And I know that, yes, I might sound naive, or maybe because I don't have that kind of money yet. Which, when you think about, yeah, I want to have that kind of money, but I don't want to have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money yet. But the truth is, I feel that even with having that kind of money, if you really worked for it, you won't spend it like that.
I guess, because if you work hard, you would know what it took you to get that money, and you also want to increase it, so you won't be spending like that. That's why if you look at most of the people that go and do this lavish lifestyle on social media, they're not amongst the richest people in Nigeria. They're not among the richest people. They're not. It's because the level of their poverty has beclouded their reasoning. So when they have free money or lose money,
why am I proving myself to anybody that I have money?
Why do I have
What's
to
my
show
business?
you that I am living large in Dubai or anywhere?
Why?
But the look at Femi Otedola now. His daughter's wedding was in some European country.
Three different countries.
And they basically did that without noise. Do you get? But there'll be other people who be like, they want to go have destination wedding, and they don't have any known source of income. You get? But they'll still pull it off. Most times it's fraud. Most times it's fraudulent.
Yeah.
And that's why they are easily arrested and jailed in places like America. I mention no names. I'm just saying that when they start to live that ostentatious lifestyle and they are flexing it.
It doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up.
It's poverty.
I'm talking about corruption. The ICPC is teaming up with the MD8 to fight corruption in the legal system.
The ICPC should also invest in finer looking vests. I'm just advising. It can help them fight corruption better.
Why do you water down some gist like
it's not water or anything? If I see that guy with that vest and I'll just be like, you're a vulgarizer.
You are not a good person. You are not a good person.
But when you see that red that you said, say you go sit up now.
Oh God. Still talking about fraud. Police have uncovered a 7.7 billion naira telecom fraud, arresting 6 suspects. So
this one weak me.
This one, about 400 laptops, 1,000 phones were seized.
Yeah.
After it was said that these people were siphoning airtime and data resources from a telecommunications company.
7.7 billion.
See, I know that. Again, I don't want to sound naive.
That's
but
almost
I'm like,
double.
That's
almost double what that auntie spent inside one store.
How do you sit down and think of, this is how I want to? Now, and I'm not saying that people don't.
They said fraud. They had some insider.
Like some things are not like very strict. When you hear fraud, you don't think about stealing airtime and data. Do you get
and nobody knows how long it's been going on for. And again, the part of the country where it happened was what that even bawled me out the most. I'm like, A2, you too. There's God though. The other part is how these same people will still go to the church and go to the mosque and still be playing holy. Meanwhile, Baba and his friends don't thief 7.something billion.
It is crazy. It is honestly.
They try.
Crazy. And in Kano, and for me, I would say that I won't be surprised that some people move to those places so as to be undetected.
No, you go and if you check the names of the people that they arrested.
True, Sha, they probably
They
recovered 2 residential houses, 2 mini plazas, GSM and laptop retail outlets housing over 400 laptops, 1,000 mobile phones. Even if you had, please, does Apple Store at any point do they have 1,000 phones?
Where do they want to steal it
What
from?
See, you put in this Nigeria, you put stress me out. I'm sorry, but you know I said it. Okay, no, it wasn't on air. I was talking to a friend. When someone sent me something about something a Nigerian did, I said, "Thank God I'm a citizen of heaven." Yeah, because I'm going to denounce you people soon.
Where's your passport?
And don't worry, I will show you after the show.
So
because you people are stressing
me
out.
Like all these iPod people.
You people are stressing me out.
You have got to buy passport that is not recognized now.
It's recognized though. It's recognized.
So you can buy tickets with it.
I can buy tickets because you people are stressing. So when they ask you, are you Nigeria?
Dolupo.
I'm a citizen of heaven.
Dolupo.
Heaven citizen.
Okay. Please, anybody that knows that. See you.
Because you people stress me out.
She's high on God knows what. Now she has passport from heaven.
You people stress me out.
Okay.
Police bust trafficking ring, rescue the 20-year-old in Enugu. Again, I say. Oh, Lord.
You have all decided to be fraudulent now.
Unfortunate. Now,
people don't want to work anymore. They don't want to do legitimate work anymore. Everybody just wants to flex, and the only way they think they can get it is to steal, is to do all this.
It's just ridiculous. It's
acts.
Annoying. Let's be honest. It's actually getting really ridiculous and annoying at this point. Another fraudulent matter.
Maybe it's even you, the producer, that is even looking for. You can't be looking for love story. You can't be looking for happy.
Nigerians are not involved in love anymore. They are looking for money.
That Valentine is coming.
They are looking for money.
Valentine is coming, no.
They're looking for money.
And that one too is not love.
Just wanted to say, since you talk about Valentine, if you let anybody use fraud money to buy you Valentine gifts, they will carry you.
No, but it's just gifts now. It's just gifts. You can take gifts. It's just gifts, you know. It's just gifts.
Hey.
It's not that deep.
Anyway, it's very deep. Very, very deep.
So you're saying that someone comes to you and say, "Hi, will you be my Valentine?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, no problem." And the person brings you flowers and everything you wanted. You now say, "Please, where did you get it from?"
Yes, there's a level of things that you want to give. Yes, I will ask you, where did you get it from?
Yeah, that's why you're wearing red already. You're in the mood for Valentine.
Oh God. Anyway, don't let me lose my train of thought. An Indian national who is said to reside in Nigeria has been arraigned before an Ikorodu magistrate court over defrauding HND supermarket of 22 million naira for the use of falsified bank transfer alerts.
Wait first. Supermarket.
Monday, how big is the supermarket? What is the supermarket?
What is the guy they buy? What's he buying?
Even the supermarket.
Please, what are you selling?
What are you selling? That's the question.
I'm sorry, we will talk about the fraudulent guy.
What are you selling?
22 in one day. Father Lord. Bless me. Bless me,
God, you did. If my supermarket can sell 22 million.
One day.
Oh Lord.
One day, I can just shut down for the year. Sometime in February.
So this happened this year. It was also even last year. January 2nd this year.
It don't take away the guy they do. It's a seasoned supermarket
second day of the
scammer.
Year.
He didn't even wait.
Daddy.
That's your New Year resolution.
You leave India. Do you know how many hours India is to Nigeria?
No, but he's been living in Nigeria since now.
You come and go to jail.
Are you going to denounce your Indian?
In Ikorodu.
You will denounce your Indian citizenship now.
You come to jail in Ikorodu. I hope your papers are.
Are you going to denounce your you? Should be the fraudulent people are from your country.
Which country?
I don't know that country.
Heaven. My country is heaven.
Is heaven a country?
Thanks. A whole city.
With its ghetto.
It's No ghetto.
Shout out to Tupac, man.
No
I wonder if
ghetto.
Evan got a ghetto.
No, it don't got no ghetto. It don't got no ghetto. Nope.
She's sounding so delusional
Because
now.
y'all
We
are
have
stressing
we have
me out.
staff meeting after this program.
Y'all are stressing me out.
Dear
in this
HR,
country.
please take note.
Y'all are just stressing me out. Anyway, another person that I decided not to be stressed out is Governor Soludo. As today, the Commissioner of Police in Anambra State is the one that led security deployment to enforce the market closure today.
You know, as a governor, this is one of those watershed moments. This is one of those times where if you do not stick to your words, if you do not succeed, it could rubbish everything you think you ever achieved. Now, there are people pushing back against his decision.
Oh yeah, lawmakers come out to say that it might increase hardship, but you did not know that one, that it was going to increase hardship. But in fact, I don't know if you saw a press briefing that the governor said, and they said before shutting this down that they had noticed that it's not even a security thing anymore. It has become a holiday for people, and that in their findings they found out that people now do family meetings, they do estate meetings, all those kind of things on a Monday.
They're from a different planet.
No,
the planet of
it's
Anambria.
a day of business,
Anambria.
and it's telling investors that we work on Mondays. Anybody that does not work on Monday, sit at home.
Monday.
And I was laughing.
Monday became the new Saturday in
I'm
Anambra.
telling you, it was really hilarious, and he was saying it, that they have now realized that people do all sorts of nonsense meetings and all, they have parties on Monday.
Mr. Governor, you two calm down now. Let them groove their groove. No, I said that as a joke, but the thing is that I hope he achieves this aim and gets them back on the clock.
Yeah,
it really doesn't make sense. 4 working days in a city that actually has the
largest.
I think that market is the largest.
It's the largest in West Africa.
Yeah,
it is. Bukola made a visit to supermarkets. They'll be all right. You two see.
Yeah, supermarket.
Anyway,
20-something.
Oh, we're actually like out of time. Oh, so sorry.
Who did we offend?
Oh, we're really like way past our time. Anyway, on that note, that is all we'll take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the bar. Do have a beautiful day ahead.